So one thing we're repeatedly told is that hospitals are hotbeds for Hamas. They're used as command centers by militants. Did you see any evidence to support that?
Not this time. Not any time I've been there. I mean, I've been to the European Gaza and Nasser twice, and over the course of 2024 and into 2025, I haven't seen any Hamas soldiers in those hospitals when I've been there. I haven't actually seen anyone in military uniform or anyone carrying a gun, but I don't know what Hamas looks like, I suppose, would be the answer to that. And maybe they were there and I didn't see them, but I didn't see anyone militarized.
All right, we're told hospitals are used as a cover for a labyrinth of tunnels used by militants. Did you see any tunnels, or were there any areas of the hospital people said, "Oh, I wouldn't go there if I were you"?
No, I didn't see any tunnels, but then I have seen footage of tunnels. So all I can say is what I saw. I didn't see any tunnels at Nasser, and in the march, I didn't see any tunnels at the European Gaza. But I spend most of my time in the operating theatre or walking between the accommodation and the operating theatre. I was quite surprised by the footage from the European Gaza to see that there were tunnels under the front entrance, particularly because I walked across that every day, and that was completely unnoticed by me.
Okay, we're told that the majority of the 54,927 people killed, which is the latest local official death toll, although that might be disputed by Israel, we're told the majority were Hamas militants. Does that sort of ring true to you?
Well, as I said, I think half of them are children. At least half of them are children. So unless they're recruiting children, I would say I can't follow that statistic, really. Half of the people I treated were children, so I can't follow that statistic.
Okay, and we're told repeatedly no one is dying of starvation. The reports of malnutrition are wildly exaggerated. People have enough to eat. How would you respond to that?
I don't think that's true. Certainly not from what we saw on this mission. Nobody's got enough to eat, and there were definitely signs of malnutrition. 60 children died at Nasser from malnutrition while we were there. Admittedly, a lot of those are children that are gluten intolerant and can't take standard formula milk, or children with other metabolic illnesses that they can't treat because of the lack of supplies. But there's definitely signs of malnutrition at Nasser at the moment, and for the entirety of the month we were there.
I know you're a doctor, you're not a political figure, so please feel free to disregard this next question. But does the word genocide ring true to you as being a word that could be apt to describe the situation in Gaza right now?
I thought so, but I understand that the definition possibly isn't what I think it is. So it's probably not for me to be drawn in it. But there's a huge number of people dying in Gaza at the moment that needlessly as collateral damage for this war. And I'm not sure how long we can watch that happen from a humanitarian point of view.
And were you to get 30 seconds with the British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, what message would you want to get across to him?
I think this is becoming very partisan now. I think we have to be very careful of the way that we go forward. I think that this is not going to end well if it continues. I'm concerned about the number of children that have been orphaned, and the videos that I've seen of small children, who've lost a parent, screaming and ranting at the camera. I worry what those children will grow up into. There is definitely a rise in anti-Semitic behaviour, particularly in the USA. I don't think we can just let this carry on the way that this war is being run. It's not going to end well for anyone. And I would urge my government to look very carefully at measures that they can immediately take to bring a stop to it.